What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dominique, but you can call me Dom. Today we're going to be setting up the Aivituvin Air 67 along with the extended run. If you are familiar, I do already have an Aivituvin coop that my Polish chickens are currently inside my garden. Right now I have them in my garden area, but soon they'll move because I am laying down landscape fabric, and so they won't actually have a place to stay inside my garden. I might move them to my duck area. But today I'm going to be building a second coop. Aivituvin asked me if I wanted to show off this new coop because it has extended wheels, whereas the last coop that I built, the wheels were smaller, and pushing it or pulling it through the Homestead is a little difficult on the other coop because of, you know, the uneven turf as far as the grass, or, you know, the bumps, the hills, the gravel. And so anyway, I am going to be setting up this new coop and see how I like it. Just like the last coops that I set up, they come in 3 flat boxes. It tells you 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, and so you know what's going to be in there, as well as the extended run, which is right here, and then this is box 1 and box 2 over there. Okay, we have all of the pieces out, and then I was just looking through the instruction manual, and it tells you what screws you need, what do you need to assemble it, and they say this is a 2-person assembly and it should take us approximately an hour. All of the pieces are labeled with the alphabet on them, and it tells you how many pieces you should have in each, and then it shows you how to put it together based on the pieces and what they are labeled. Okay, as you can see, this is where the letters are labeled to tell you what pieces you need to connect with which. I set all of the roofing parts and the nesting boxes over here. This silver pan right here is where you catch the poop.
I will have a link down in the description box. Aivituvin ships from 8 different warehouses all across the United States, so it makes it really convenient, fast shipping. They ship within 1 to 2 business days, and you get it within 3 to 5 business days. I will say that every time I've worked with them, I have gotten my box in probably 2 days, both times.
Like with all of their coops, they have these holes inside with the dolls, and they stick inside of the holes so you know that they fit together. The same thing with these packs of screws. It tells you the letters on them, and then you look and see which screws you need, and it told you part A, B, and C with D, and that you needed the P2, and so that is what my son's working on now, is screwing in all of the 4 corners.
This coop is made out of fir wood, which is a soft wood. and then it is painted with an eco-friendly paint on top that is safe for your animals. I have heard of people painting their coops to make it last longer with like a sealant and stuff like that. So that's definitely an option, but it comes with just the fir wood and the eco-friendly paint on top of it. I was excited to test out this coupe because of the bigger wheels. The original coupe that I have has the smaller wheels, and it was hard to drive over the gravel to like move it from place to place in my driveway. But I mean, you're not keeping chickens on a driveway anyway, so, or on gravel, so it was fine. We just lifted it to where we wanted it to be. But I was excited to try the bigger casters and rollers. It did start out, you'll see later in the video, rolling over the driveway pretty easily, but then it got stuck and I needed to put down my camera to help my son move it. But that's not a problem, because once we got it to the wood chipped area, it started rolling in very nicely and easily, so that was a plus. I did enjoy having the bigger wheels and then the 360 swivel built while building this, because we didn't have to move much. We could just turn the coupe towards us without moving if we wanted to go screw in another area. For those wheels, although they come with 4 holes, you actually only screw in 3 into the coupe, so I thought that was an interesting thing to know. Obviously, this coupe isn't not going to be made for everyone, but if you are in a small backyard and you just want to keep a few chickens, you're in an HOA, something like that, then I do think that this coupe would be something good for you. But you can also still utilize it on a homestead like mine, especially if you have sick chicks or something like that. You can utilize it as a brooder, but I definitely think that if you are like not handy at building things and or don't have the time to build your own coop, and you're definitely not going to build anything as pretty as this coop with the amount of money it costs. So I definitely think that it is a plus for some people, and then for some people it might not be a plus, but it is a very pretty coop. It is functional and it is designed really well. I absolutely love the pre-drilled holes and the little dowels that stick out where you can just like snap them together. It makes it putting together so easy, as well as the stamped like alphabet on them. It just makes putting together the coop very easy. I know I've gotten packages where they use the stickers as like the lettering, and then the stickers fall off and you have to kind of just figure it out. But with it being stamped, it makes it easier to just recognize parts, and so that is definitely a plus. The material that they use on the nesting boxes as well as the roof is real roofing material, and so it is very heavy, and that is a plus. They do have pre-drilled holes in it, and so I do know that some people decide to put caulk inside of those holes because they say that eventually water can seep through those holes. I have not done that, but you can definitely do it if you are wanting to do that. On the nesting boxes, I would opt out for putting in longer screws into the hinges, because I don't know about you guys, but my kids like to collect eggs, and just opening it up and close using like the shorter regular hinges that come in the package, sometimes my kids are rough and then it like rips out the hinges. So I would just like add in longer hinges if possible.
So the coop is all finished, and this is what it's looking like. We have the extension right here, and so we will continue building. But if you were not and you just wanted this part, this is what it would look like. It does have this part right here where you can open and then close it back. So right here is this silver pan that you see to collect all of the chicken manure. It has the perches. It has 3 nesting boxes, 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. You can open that for ventilation. They added these strips on their newer models to prevent water from leaking into the nesting boxes. This is real roofing material. I think it's the heaviest thing on this nesting box. The opposite side. And then the door or the ladder for them to come out. This is locked on this side, so you wouldn't be able to open it and knock this off, and that's why you open it from the other side. The nesting boxes also lock. So that you can collect eggs and then just lock it back.
Putting together the run was really simple. We did have to unscrew the little let-down ladder in order to get the ledge above to attach the run. But once we did that, then we realized that we had to move the coop anyway, and so we should have just waited until we were ready to move the coop before trying it out and then having to do it all over again.
Okay, this is what it looked like with a run attached. This one is the Air 60. It does come with these so that you could get in there if you wanted to. This is good if you don't have a fence to keep them contained, but also beware that a dog probably, well, most likely could get into here. So this isn't like completely predator proof as far as that goes. So I would definitely still watch out for your chickens while they're in this extended run, but definitely solves the problem if you don't have a fence like I do. It is a really pretty coop though. We did take the little ladder off so that we could see how this rolls, because we're bringing it to the orchard area.
Bottom, yeah.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
So as you can see, my garden is getting the landscape fabric, and we were just having the Polish chickens that was in this other coop in between all of the pathways fertilizing. But now with the landscape fabric, we don't need the Polish chickens. They can continue to fertilize the beds like we were doing over there. But we're gonna put them. Which one's this, marshmallow?
This one.
And which one's that one?
Blackberry.
Okay.
Hey, somebody open it. Drop down there. Bird.
Awesome.